I'd also like to mention we are starting now, going to be looking at birth more in lots of different ways, and this breathing, holographic breathing, is great for giving birth. Many people have learnt holographic breathing to use through their birth, and generally the pain level goes down substantially. Most women say it takes the pain down by about 70%. And it's one of the things I would like to see. So if people have friends or you have clients that want to give birth, it's worth mentioning holographic breathing to them, and these videos that we're doing now will be fantastic for pregnant women to aid them in giving birth and processing their own internal view of that, and also breastfeeding and pregnancy. And I just mention a bit of advice that I give to women who use this for giving birth. I mean, there's not been enough to get a lot of data on it. The women that I know of who have given birth have said, yeah, it was great. It just took the pain away. Others, it's a bit of pain. Some people, they just get a very blissful birth. It's not really like the pain, because they learn how the whole pelvis breathes, how the uterus breathes, and how the baby is breathing. And rather than this kind of forceful thing, they can breathe that whole area. So it's just not pain. There's an opening and a closing with every breath. And a lot of the pain is tensing against what's happening. But as soon as that's all moving, the experience of that pain disappears. And it can be very orgasmic, because those same nerves are used in orgasm. So it can just change the whole perspective of it. And the only real advice I give for it is, as it takes the pain away, or most time it takes the pain away, to sleep between contractions, because births that become troublesome are the births that last a long time, because the women run out of energy. If you're up a couple of days or 18 hours, you just don't have the wherewithal to do it with strength. Whereas you can be just as alive and strong after 2 days if you actually sleep in the gaps between the contractions. And also, it's not just to do holographic breathing all the way through. It'd be a long time to do holographic breathing. Just, I actually say, well, for the first bit, just have normal contractions, or once or twice practice with the holographic breathing and notice how much the pain goes away. And then when the real intensity comes, then it's just really helpful. There's quite a famous birth guru lady, and her daughter-in-law was giving birth. I think it's a daughter-in-law. And it was going down quite a bad route, and they thought they were going to have intervention. And she taught her the holographic breathing, and the daughter-in-law said the pain completely subsided, her breath just became natural, the contractions just became even and natural, and she had a really easy birth. And I don't know how many people have used it in birth, because not many of them come back to me. A lot of women have just learnt it from my website, because I keep on hearing people, I'm kind of talking to people saying, I wish I knew more about it. I say, my friend gave birth with that, she said it was great, but they haven't actually come back to me with it. So it would be nice to get feedback, because it is in early stages, but I just feel it can be really useful for that. Well, I know it can be useful for that, and it'd be great to get feedback on it, just what it was like, how it works through through the birth process, whether it was a short birth, whether it was a long birth, whatever happened would be nice. So that is there, and we will be working on that in our own inner process for ourselves today. So in holographic breathing, there's a gentle motion of the jaw. Jaw opens on the in-breath, closes on the out-breath, and it's a small motion. And people find their own amount, and it varies over a period of time, but it's not big, maybe 3 or 4 millimeters, quarter of an inch, sometimes less. And on the same time as you're doing that, the lips are closed all of the time, and the upper surface of the tongue is on the roof of the mouth, and as much as feels comfortable. And quite often when people are learning, and a bit later, people are used to opening the jaw and the lips open at the same time. So the lips open, or they open the jaw and the tongue comes off the roof of the mouth. But there's an innate ability, probably from suckling, that the lips can stay sealed, not tense, in a relaxed way, that they can stay closed in a relaxed way and the jaw can move, and the tongue can have a relaxed and soft seal to the roof of the mouth as the jaw moves. I'll just demonstrate so people can see that it really is a very subtle movement of the jaw. So I'll just do just for a few moments. So and very quickly you drop into an alternative state, kind of a shamanistic, very relaxed place. So we're going to go through some exercises, but this time with our eyes open. First of all, to get that seal on the lips, notice you can kind of purse your lips. You can, it goes in here, and the lips stay closed. Try that a few times. You can drop the jaw and the lips stay closed. And now also put the tongue on the roof of the mouth and pull the jaw down. And notice it's like you get a suction with the tongue as the jaw drops down. So you can make a seal, and that is very similar to what babies do. Their lips seal around the nipple in a relaxed way, and the tongue seals the nipple to the roof of the mouth. So we can make a seal with a natural ability to making a seal. But now doing that in a very relaxed way with a much smaller motion of the jaw. So the lips are relaxed with a light seal, the flat of the tongue on the roof of the mouth with a very relaxed seal, and now just in a small way, or however big, opening the jaw. The lips stay sealed, the tongue stays on the roof of the mouth, the jaw closes, the lips stay sealed, the tongue stays on the roof of the mouth. Now make that movement a bit smaller. And now it's a bit like a pump. Notice as you're opening the jaw, it's natural to breathe in through your nose. As your jaw drops down, it's like a little pump. It brings the air in through the nose. Then as the jaw rises, it's like a pump. The breath comes out through the nose. So just being with that, and make the movement smaller. The jaw opens, you breathe in through the nose. The jaw closes, you breathe out through the nose. The tongue stays on the roof of the mouth. The lips stay closed with a very light seal. And now turning that round, so rather than the focus being on the jaw, You change the emphasis, be aware of the breath coming in through your nose, and as the breath comes in, the jaw gently opens. Then as the breath comes out, the jaw gently closes. And notice how that takes the pressure away from the jaw. It becomes much more relaxed when you have the emphasis on the breath. So as you're breathing in, the jaw gently opening. The lips still have this very natural light seal. The tongue has a very natural light seal. Then as you breathe out, the jaw naturally closes. And notice there's a lot of people already closing their eyes and going into an altered state. Notice you start feeling very relaxed, and it's hard to keep your eyes open. You're drifting into a different state. As you breathe in, the jaw naturally opens with it. As you breathe out, the jaw naturally closes. And smaller, slower motion of the jaw, the lips stay relaxed and closed, the tongue stays on the roof of the mouth. Relax the back of the neck, relax the back of the head. Notice it gets harder and harder to actually do it and keep the eyes open, because you're drifting into a different state of consciousness. And it's good to relax the back of the neck and the back of the head, because a lot of the energy is coming through there. Now letting the eyes close, and if you want, let the eyes close. Just naturally being with that. As you breathe in, the jaw is gently opening. As you breathe out, the jaw gently closing. Notice how natural that feels. You get these waves of energy, waves of relaxation moving through your body. Very soft, relaxed seal in the lips, very soft, relaxed seal in the tongue. It's the upper surface of the tongue on the roof of the mouth. The tip of the tongue is close to or touching the front teeth. Maybe half an inch or an inch of the tongue on the roof of the mouth. The more you do, the more of the tongue naturally starts covering the roof of the mouth. But to start off with, whatever feels most comfortable. Notice you go into this place that's halfway between being awake and being asleep. It's like the dream state. It's a very shamanistic space. It feels very natural. Relax the throat. As you breathe in, the chest is opening, the jaw is opening. As you breathe out, the chest is closing, the jaw is closing. As you breathe in, the abdomen is opening, the jaw is opening. As you breathe out, the abdomen is closing, the jaw is closing. You may be able to feel it right down into the pelvis. So breathing in, the pelvis is opening, the jaw opening. As you breathe out, the pelvis closing, the jaw closing. But also notice in a very subtle way, the whole face has started to breathe. This gentle motion of the jaw connects through every cell, through every part of us, and it especially connects up through the face, through the brain, through the cranium, through the neck, through the throat, connects it to the rest of the body. And this whole area that wasn't really breathing so much before, in a very subtle way starts to open and close with the breath. And it's not a physical thing you're aiming for, it's very subtle. The more subtle you do it, the stronger, more profound the experience is. And as the jaw closes, it's okay for the teeth to touch, but they just float together. There's no pressure. They're not resting and pressing together. They may just bounce around, gently touching a tiny bit. Or the jaw can just be slightly separate as you breathe out. Breathing in, the jaw gently opens with the breath. Breathing out, the jaw relaxes closed. It relaxes open and it relaxes closed. And you drop into a deep, shamanistic, alternative space, a channel. But it's your own channel, it's you, your energies, connecting with the earth, connecting with the higher self, which are reflections of you, very resourceful, very nutritious on all levels. Okay, and gently allowing yourself to come back.